Dance Moms, it's Dana with Dance-tastic. The dance season is in full swing and it can be completely overwhelming this time of year, especially if you are a new dance mom. New dance moms, I feel you. When I started as a dance mom 13 years ago, I spent the entire first year feeling completely overwhelmed, totally lost, and asking myself probably daily what on earth I got myself into. All I knew was I had a daughter who loved to dance, and suddenly I'm in this world that I knew nothing about. I didn't know the difference between a French twist and a ballet bun. I had no idea how to do either. I didn't know the difference between regular tights and dance tights, and I felt like I was constantly asking the other moms for help. So new dance moms, I feel you. You don't want to be the dance mom that's just barely struggling to get by. You want to be the dance mom that's killing it. You want to be the dance mom that's on top of the rehearsal schedule, that knows the dress code for class or performance or rehearsal, whatever. You want to be the one that knows all the tips and tricks to make your dance season a breeze. You want to be the one that the other moms are coming to. I get it, I do. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret coming from 13 years of experience. The secret is just being prepared. That's it. Being prepared. We save ourselves so much aggravation if we can just be prepared. Unfortunately, as a dance mom, that means being prepared for the unexpected, but still just being prepared. And also having an awesome dance community. When we started Dance-tastic 2 years ago, that was our big thing. We wanted a dance community, a place where dancers and dance moms, dance dads, everyone could come and feel welcome. We have met so many wonderful dancers in our store, but all of those dancers have a dance mom cheering them on from the background who's probably broke and lacking sleep, but she wouldn't change these hectic days for anything. It's something that, I mean, we all love. We love it. Our kids love dance, and we love being dance moms. So I'm going to try to make your life a little easier, especially if you're a new dance mom. But some of the older dance moms, you all might still get some use out of these videos. We've put together 3 free videos that we're going to be posting. The first one is all about dancer hair. How to do a ballet bun, how to do a simple bun for class when you're running late and you're pretty much having to just make do with whatever's in your car as far as hair ties or what have you. Yep, there's a way to do that. A simple French twist for performances. Just simple dancer hair stuff. The second video is going to be Dance Mom Essentials, things that us dance moms can't live without, especially competition moms. Yes, one right here. We are an entirely different breed, and we have a lot of tips and tricks that we use, and I'm going to share them. This is all stuff that you can probably get from the dollar store, but it does make life so much easier when it comes to performance time. It really does. And then our third video is going to be ways that we can save money as dance moms by making dancewear last longer. And this is dancewear, shoes, you name it. And it's just some simple things using stuff you probably already have in your house to get a few extra weeks to a few extra months out of your dancewear, which is very important when you're trying to save money. Dance is expensive enough, so we're going to save money where we can. So we're going to get started with our first video here in just a few minutes. If you want to stay up to date, be sure to click the link and subscribe. Otherwise, follow us on Facebook, and let's get started. Welcome back, dance moms. We're going to start by going over some simple things with dancer hair. Questions about how to style a dancer's hair is one of our most common topics of conversation here at the store with dance moms. They don't know how to do a ballet bun. They don't know what style is appropriate for class, just the basics, how to do it, when should I do it. So we're going to start with the basics and kind of go from there into the more complicated hairstyles for performance or competition. So to start with, you're going to need to collect some things. These are just regular hair ties, hair pins. Okay, these are not bobby pins, these are hair pins. This particular brand is from Yofi. You can kind of see how they're kind of curved. These grip really amazingly in buns, and you have to use fewer of them, which the kids love. So the ones from Yofi have really thick, like plastic rubbery tips, which the kids like because it doesn't scratch their heads. But Bun Heads also make some. They come in a pack of, I think it's like 10 in a pack, multiple colors, blonde, brown, black, and I'm wanting to say they're between like $5 and $6, maybe $7 for a pack. And then hair nets. Okay, this one's black. They come in multiple colors again, but obviously not purple. The hair nets, that particular one is from Yofi. It comes 3 to a pack for like $3. Bun Heads, they have a bit more of a color variety, and theirs are also $3, and they come 3 to a pack. If your child has really long hair, really thick hair, naturally curly hair, anything that's hard to deal with, you might want to consider getting the Bouffant hair nets from Sally's Beauty Supply. They're in a yellow package. They do only come 1 to a pack, and they are like $2 a piece, but they are like twice the size of this one, which means if your child has unruly hair, you can wrap the hairnet more, which we'll get into later, and it contains the hair and makes it much easier to keep up in a bun. But we are going to start with a lazy bun. Okay, this is the perfect style to do when you're running late to get your kid to class and you're just rushing. First tip, anytime that your child has dance class shortly after school, save yourself the headache and go ahead and style their hair in a ponytail that morning going to school. Okay, that way half your work's already done for you. Second, you can do a lazy bun pretty much with anything. I've been known to do it with a pencil, but the easiest way to do it is with hair ties. And as a dance mom, trust me, there are hair ties in your car. They are everywhere. They're in the console, the cup holder, floor, seats. Just look around. The hair ties are there. So to do a lazy bun, start with the ponytail and then take the other hair tie and put it on your wrist. And also for lazy buns, a stretched out hair tie is wonderful. All those hair ties that you hate, they are perfect for lazy buns. So you can do this a couple ways. You have the hair in a ponytail. You can just start twisting it and wrap it around. And you're going to have a tail sticking out, and you want that tail sticking out, okay? And then take your hair tie. Yes, us dance moms, very common thing to be biting the hair tie off your wrist. If you're squeamish, you'll get over it as a dance mom, trust me. And just wrap it around. That tail you can use to your advantage. Tease it a little bit, and it will actually hold the bun. Very simple, easy to do. It also works great for moms who really don't want to wash their hair on their way out the door to take the kids to school. So it's great. That's one way of doing it. If your child has thicker hair, okay, it's the same concept, but you're going to do it slightly different, okay? If your child has super thick hair, just twisting it, the hair often fights and falls down. But you can split the hair from the ponytail into two and then just twist them over themselves. Okay, this is really great for naturally curly hair because the texture of the hair makes it hold together better. And then just twist, and it's the same concept. You just let it twist around, keep that tail out, and if you're a good dance mom, you have that on your wrist so that you can just grab it. But get your hair tie, pull it around, and again, this is where them stretched out hair ties work wonders. And pull it over, take the tail, and you can tease it a little bit, kind of like an 80s style, or just tuck it up under there. Usually it will stay for the entire class. I wouldn't recommend it for performances, but it will work just for class. Okay, so that's one very easy way to do a lazy bun when you're running late for class. Now let's say we're wanting to be a little neater. It's a performance or recital, competition, whatever. The easiest thing to do and the best thing to do for performances and competition, do not wash the child's hair before the competition. Not the night before. If you can stand it, not 2 days before. It makes the hair much easier to work with and it will stay much better. Second tip, everything in dance is crazy expensive, except stuff for dancers' hair, okay? To get that beautiful ballerina bun that is going to stay all day through a competition or all day through multiple performances, you need to go get some gel, not good gel. You want the cheap, yucky gel that you would never use in day-to-day life in a million years, okay? The cheapest gel that you can find, get some in your hand and put it on dry hair, not wet hair, dry hair. And just put it all over the sides, the back, the underneath, and then brush the hair and pull it up in the ponytail to start. Okay, that's the first tip. The cheaper the hair gel, the better. Okay, we want that super stiff, yucky 1980s hair gel. You want that. Okay, hairspray alone will not work. Okay, you will be redoing their hair constantly. So, again, I prefer to split the ponytails. Okay, I split the ponytail in two and twist it down and let it start twisting over itself. Okay, the harder you twist, the taller the bun's going to be. Twist it around, and here's where your hairnet comes in. Okay, grab your hairnet and wrap it around the bun. I always start from the side, tuck it up under, and then pull up. And then all this extra, I twist. And it's much easier when you're trying not to hold a mannequin head on a table while showing this. Okay, so there's your bun. Okay, and catch the tail up in the hairnet. Now, if it's for a competition or a performance, I usually tie these ends. That just gives it extra security because even if the hairpins fall out, the hairnet being tied will help hold the bun in place. It'll be floppy, but it should stay. Hairnets are cheap. Tie it. It'll ruin them, but they're cheap. You're only using one at a time. If you don't want to tie it, pull them in opposite directions and wind them up under the bun. Then you're going to take your hairpins. Now, I said the harder you twist it, the taller it makes the bun. If you're wanting the bun flatter, just grab it and twist in the opposite direction that you turned to wrap it, and the bun will spread out. Even in the hairnet, it'll keep it all contained, and you can spread that bun out to make it flatter and wider. Okay? And then take your hairpins, and this one, this is up and this is down. Okay? It really doesn't matter, but for explanation, for what I'm about to do, okay? So we're going to take it with the prongs pointing up, okay? Pointing up, and you stick them through the bun, prongs up, and then against the child's head and push over and down. And you're wanting to try to catch that ponytail holder, the hair tie, as you're doing that, okay? And you do the same thing on the other side. The prongs pointing up, push it through the bun, against the child's head, and then down and through the ponytail. Now, that is just 2 hairpins, and honestly, for a class, that would work. But for performance, we want to make sure it sticks, so I'm going to use 4. So here's our other one. Now we're towards the bottom, okay? So now we want the prongs pointing down, okay? And you stick it through the bun, against the child's head. This is always the one where they squeal. Push it down against the child's head and up, and again, catch that hair tie. And then our last one, right over here, prongs facing down, or wrong way, prongs facing down, push it through the bun, against the child's head, over and up, catching the ponytail holder. Okay, at this point, you can sleep in this bun. It's not coming out, okay? Acro routines, everything, this is perfect. It's not going anywhere. A lot of people like to do braids. Braids, I know it's all the same hair, so it shouldn't matter, but braids tend to have more weight and volume. So in like the case of my daughter who has really long, really thick curly hair, all of that weight, number one, I can't get it to lay flat. And number 2, it just has more weight. It takes more pins. I don't really know how to describe it. It just doesn't stay as well. If your child has thinner hair, you can just twist it without splitting it. And it's the same concept. If you need the bun to be flatter, just twist the opposite direction of however you turn their hair up once you have the hairnet on. It works really much better having the hairnet on first and then backing it off, backing the bun the opposite way to make it flat. It just keeps everything nice and neat, okay? So that's a bun. You can also do this bun anywhere in the head. That should be obvious, but just in case, you can do it up on top of the crown. This is like a mid bun. You can do a low bun. Low buns are a little more difficult. What I recommend is putting the ponytail higher than what you want the bun to actually be, because when you twist the hair, the bun's going to come down on their neck and then you have nothing to pin to. So like this bun here, you can make this a low bun simply by pretty much pushing once the hairnet's on. Okay, back off and then push down. So there is how you would do a bun for performance or competition, or if you're wanting to keep your hair really neat for a rehearsal, you can do that instead of the lazy bun. But it is totally not a mom fail if you do the lazy bun sometimes. I mean, life happens, and especially as a dance mom, life is going to happen a lot. And there are bigger things in life to worry about than a hair bun. Okay. Now, and then to take it off, you pretty much just do it like that, and the hair's nice and neat. I don't recommend bobby pins on a bun unless you just have random pieces that are flopping or wanting to come out. It just makes it easier using the long hairpins. It's everybody's personal preference, but that's what I prefer. Okay, next we're going to do a couple versions of a French twist, including one lazy one that works really well and can be done really quick for quick costume changes. Here I am saying don't use bobby pins. I really need to use bobby pins, but I don't have any out. I'm terrible. See, all dance moms fail, even ones who've been doing it for 13 years. So to do a simple French twist, this is the quick French twist. Again, take a ponytail, divide it, twist the hair, take another hair tie and put it on the end, preferably a smaller one. Mavis here, she loses many accessories in the store. Kids playing with her when they come, when their sisters come in to get shoes tried on or whatever. Okay, simple French twist, which actually looks nothing like a French twist, but it works and it's quick. So you take the hair that you just twisted, okay, back it off just a little bit, okay, tuck the end, pull the hair up, and just push down, okay, and you're going to make it like that. It is so not a good French twist, but when you have one song between getting dressed and getting a hair change, you make this work. It does work better with hairpins, with bobby pins as opposed to hairpins, but like I said, hers have disappeared. So we're just going to stick these in kind of randomly so that you can kind of get an impression of what it would look like. Again, so much better with actual bobby pins. But dance moms, we are the mothers of invention. So super quick. There we go. Okay, now again, it's better if you have actual bobby pins because you can pin all of this and make it super neat and super narrow. Okay, so there is one super quick French twist-ish looking style for very fast costume changes. I do not recommend this normally for a French twist, but it will do in a crunch, okay? Again, as a dance mom, you are going to find you adapt quickly to all the unexpected things. So calling this a French twist, even though it's not, yeah, that's what dance moms do. We just have to kind of roll with it. The other French twist is the technical, perfect, proper way to do a French twist, which I'm actually not a fan of. French twists have really gained popularity, and again, you should always start with dirty hair and put that gel on to keep those wispies. Even on the one for the quick change, if you're changing hair, hopefully you already had all that gel on there. So for the proper French twist, you need to pull the hair down and just grab it in your hands, okay, and start twisting. And right about the time you get halfway, pull up, okay, and see you've got this lovely twist going on, okay. Here's why I don't like it. Dancers all have all this extra hair, which then you are supposed to work wonders and tuck this up in here, which I've never been able to do very well. And again, take your pins. It should be bobby pins. And the goal, which it's hard to do on a mannequin whose head's moving all the time, is for this to come up further, to open this up and kind of cover the hair as you go, okay? That's the goal. Now, whether or not that happens, everybody has bad hair days, and as a dance mom, you're going to deal with your child having a lot of them. Dance is definitely hard on the hair. Okay, so even using hairpins instead of bobby pins, her French twist is just about done. Now, whichever side you twist towards, like on her, I twisted this way, okay, and that will look much better. I've always been lucky, and all of my kids' French twists have been hidden under a hat, so we only had to worry about from here down. But anytime that you're twisting the hair, the direction that you twist in and you pull up, where it's smooth, that's fine. Some extra gel will keep that smooth. Over here, where it's rolled, the easiest thing to do is pin this over here like crazy, okay? And I always start from the top and work down. There's really not a really good reason, except I get tired of holding all the hair up here. It makes it go much quicker if I start at the top. Okay, so that's the technical proper way to do a French twist, which I hate because mine always look bad. My way of doing a French twist, which I actually wear in my own hair sometimes, and maybe that's why I'm able to do it much faster and easier. Another pin in here somewhere, there it is pretty much the same concept. You have the hair down, and I move to about halfway down, and I grab the hair and push this up, and then I twist. And it gives me the exact same look, just tighter. And it's much quicker to do. Again, here we go. I have a lot of, well, I don't have to deal with it anymore. My kiddo turned 16 this year. I don't have to be in the dressing room, and it's wonderful. And there's no shame in saying that, dance moms. But for the longest time, most of her changes were always quick changes, and it always seemed like we also had a hair change in there. No fault to her director. It's just how it always worked out on the competition schedules. It's just, it is what it is. So there is the French twist, the way that I do it, which, as you can tell, took like no time. And even with hairpins instead of bobby pins, it went really quickly and looks really good, other than that little tail sticking out. Sorry, you hear the tape crinkling as I'm turning her head. So that's a easy way to do a French twist. These, sometimes you do have to hit them up with some hairspray, but again, I still prefer gel as opposed to hairspray. Gel just lasts longer, it works better, just much better. Much, much better. So that's our easy dancer hairstyles. I show these probably every day, multiple times a day in the store. So I'm hoping it's not just local people who have a problem with dancer hair and wondering what to do with it. Our next video will be here in a few days, and we're going to go over some essentials that dance moms can't live without, especially competition moms. We need a whole array of things, but most of this is stuff that you can get at the dollar store or that you already have. It's not expensive, but it will make your life so much easier. And even for kids who are just taking recreational classes and not even close to having their first recital, some of these things will be handy to moms of those dancers as well, just because it keeps everything organized and just makes doing this whole dance mom thing much easier. Be sure to click the link below to subscribe so that you don't miss the next video, or like us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram so that you stay up to date with what we're doing here. And we will see you then. Bye, dance moms.